Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to share with you guys my personal experience using iOS 13 on the iPhone SE for 24 hours. Now, in my previous video, I used the iPhone 6s Plus running iOS 13 for 24 hours. If you want to see the results of that, links will be in the description for that video. I went on Twitter and I asked you guys, which device do you want for me to try next? iPhone 7 or 7 Plus or the iPhone SE? Turns out 50-50. So I went with the iPhone SE for the first test here, the second test. I'll probably do the iPhone 7 eventually after that. So I wanted to go ahead and give you guys my thoughts. How was the software? How was the battery? How was all the features working? Was it a usable device? What was the experience that I've encountered with iOS 13 on the iPhone SE? Let's begin with that. So first I want to talk about some of the downfalls, some of the issues that I came across using iOS 13 on a smaller screen device. So the keyboard was an issue for me. Coming from the iPhone XR, a larger display, it's a lot easier to type on than a smaller display like the iPhone SE. However, Apple's new swiping keyboard integration in iOS 13 definitely made it a lot easier to use the keyboard on a smaller screen device. Yes, I did have a lot of typos, but after realizing this device also does have the swipe keyboard, I went ahead and started using it, and that really improved the user experience when typing on a smaller display. I also want to talk about the battery. I started using the iPhone SE around 10 o'clock a.m. By the time dinner time came around, I want to say 6 p.m., I had to plug back in the device. Now, keep in mind, I'm a heavy user. I was doing a lot of FaceTiming, a lot of texting, and just using the phone as intended, as everyone would use it. Keep in mind, iOS 13 is currently sitting in beta 2. There's going to be a lot of improvements in regards to performance, battery, and features. So having to plug in such a small device at 6 p.m. pretty much got me through the entire day. That's necessarily not a bad thing on a small device like the iPhone SE running iOS 13. Now, browsing through the software, taking pictures, just using the phone as normal, everything flowed perfectly. I didn't come across any major issues with the software. Now, I can't really give you my overall final review for iOS 13 on the SE because it is currently sitting in beta 2, but I wanted to challenge myself to use this device for 24 hours to see if it was really useful. And actually, I could actually go an entire week if I really wanted, using the iPhone SE, because a lot of the features like dark mode is here, a lot of 3D touch integration within the control center, all this stuff is here, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on a whole lot. Things like the Memoji stickers, this makes the iPhone SE just feel like an entirely new experience. You get all these new Memojis and Animoji stickers on your keyboard. All these new features and integration that Apple brought to the iPhone SE definitely makes it feel like an entirely new experience, an entirely new device. I'm gonna go ahead and run a benchmark here to see what the numbers say, and I'll be right back. So the numbers are actually looking pretty good. Single core score 2547 and the multi-core score 4484. Again, that's iOS 13 on the iPhone SE. So really good numbers there as well. My final thoughts on the latest beta 2 for the iPhone SE running iOS 13. I have to say, everyone who owns an iPhone SE is going to be very happy with the battery, the performance, and all the new features that are coming to this device once iOS 13 is officially released sometime in September. I was actually blown away at the amount of features and how the software feels on this beta 2, right? So everything is running pretty good. I think you guys are going to be very excited once you get your hands on iOS 13 final build in September. You guys are just going to feel like the iPhone SE, those who own one, have an entirely new device with a ton of new features. So overall, I would definitely use this device as my daily driver if I had to. Of course, I have some of these newer devices to use, but if I had to use this device, I would definitely use it. I won't feel like I'm missing out on a whole lot. That's how great the experience has been for 24 hours on the iPhone SE. I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Be sure to stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.